for a Busted fan, this is the show you're going to want to see. This is the one, guys.
Yeah.
If you never come to a show again, make sure you come to this one.
I don't want to miss this one.
If you really think about it, this is the first time that we've come back, all the three of us, fresh off of not having done anything for a while.
Yeah.
Last time they had like Busted for like 2 years, and so the whole arena thing was like quite heavy. Like it was a lot of arenas, and so we weren't super fresh. Like it was great to be Busted again, but this feels like a real rested and reinvigorated version of our band.
It's like we're young enough to still make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're old enough to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah. Oof. And also we've got
Another coaster.
We've just we've like in like usually when you're preparing for a tour you go and you learn all the songs. We just spent like all that time in the studio re-recording like the new version of songs. So in a way we know our songs better now than we ever have.
True.
And like we're gonna go and play it live. So it's probably, a good time. There's a difference between going to see a gig and going to see a show.
Yeah.
And I feel like a gig is an artist playing a series of songs, and there can be, you can go to great gigs. I'm just saying, I think when you do a show, I think you can entertain the people that aren't the typical normal gig goers. Yeah. They're not like going to gigs all the time.
Yeah.
And they come to things and they just. They need a little something extra.
A little bit of razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Yeah, a bit of razzle dazzle. My kids will be with me a lot, I think. They're really excited about it. And we were saying like our youngest have never seen us play. This is what Daddy does when he's not out.
Funny, I think they'll hold their attention for about 2 songs, and then my youngest will like, I'm pretty bored now. So, but I mean, it'll just be cool to get, just to get them to see the sense of event. It would be cool. It would have blown my mind if I'd gone to see my dad. He was playing at the O2 Arena.
Absolutely blew my mind. I mean, for so many reasons. Dad, what are you doing?
and they just see it as a job, which is like.
When we were touring last time, my kids were younger, and they thought I was cool. Now they don't think I'm cool. They're a bit too old and like.
And you cross the threshold, dude.
You cross the threshold.
When you're over 12, you don't think your parents are cool.
No. Yeah. Embarrassing dad. I think when you get to a certain point as a band, a lot of bands get scared of the word nostalgia, so you don't become a nostalgia act. But nostalgia is really powerful. And like when I see bands, like when I saw Blink, the Small Things, I lost my mind. So it's like that effect is massive because it reminds you of a
I used to be like that. I used to be what Matt has just described. I used to be someone that was afraid of the word nostalgia because I was like, but then if you think about it, our lives are formed through the music we listen to when we're 15 and 16. Nothing will ever replace that. So that nostalgia is part of us. Like, it's so powerful. And I love it.
Remember that time?
Do you know what I mean? It's awesome.
Remember that time we went to the...
It's a good thing.
When we were doing our show on MTV, we went to the Playboy Mansion, and there was a jukebox that Hugh Hefner had, and he said that it was the jukebox that played all his songs from his high school years.
Exactly, that's the most formative thing, man.
And so he must have been at the time like 80. And so it's just, I think it's kind of like those years live with you forever.
Yeah.